Hello everybody, my name is Scatter. Welcome back to Divine Journey 2. So, you didn't miss too much here. All I did was I moved over the arc furnace, I moved over the enchantment table. This might not stay here permanently. I mean, I really don't need it for much, but I figured, I might as well put it somewhere. I didn't want to put it, like, in front of the drawers or anything. And, the other thing I did, I went and, I didn't realize until I saw it in somebody else's video, you can actually place these core samples down on the ground. You have to shift right click, which is a little weird, but they go on this little stand here, which is nice. And, you can just see what's there. So I went and, got all of them, because I needed tin. So I went and I set up an excavator down, all the way down here, and I ran an item duct, all the way underground here. So this channel will be useful for when I have to set up the excavator in other places too, because then where that goes, I made a couple of factories, right? So basic Enriching Factory. All that is just an enrichment chamber, but there's 3 slots instead of just 2. And if you go and look at Enriching Factory, in other versions of the mod, there are just upgrade kits that you can do, but in this one you actually need to craft it out of 2 enrichment chambers and a few other materials. And then you can upgrade that with some crazy materials here. The elite one is, lots of crazy stuff that we're not going to get to yet. But that and a basic smelting factory, which is just the same thing. And I made some upgrades for that too, just to keep up with the excavator, which it did a nice job of doing. This one, not quite as many speed upgrades because it doubled, right? So in order to, if this got any faster, it would just back up and it would be kind of useless. So anyway, and then that just runs into storage. So I got a nice bit more tin because I know I'm going to need a little bit of that for thermal machines and some other stuff in the near future. Also, thank you to the comment that told me that the inscribers actually are powered by the Fluix cables, but this isn't power, it's like a progress bar. So that was just me being really stupid. And then also, if you hover over it, it does say 0 RF. Unless there's something working in there. So, but I may reconfigure this now at some point, but I'll just leave it for now because it does work. Anyway, so today we got some stuff to get into. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and make some heart canisters. So I can actually do this now. The mana dust has been preventing me from doing it, and mainly just the mana dust. I'm just realizing those are iron plates and not steel plates. So get some of those iron plates, just get a stack because I know I'm going to need some more in a little bit. So yeah, we can make 2 canisters, and then we can make 2 heart canisters. And then, so this you would actually use, so if you look at the heart canisters, right, so this is the red one. The orange one is made out of red ones, which is a little annoying, but it's not that bad, but it's also made with a relic apple, and that's some actually addition stuff. So I can't make anything out of the orange hearts yet. And I actually only have 2 red hearts. Like if you look, there's no more. But that's what I have there. So we're going to get a couple more heart containers at least. And there's a couple quests for all that. So now if I remember how to actually get into this. There we go. So then that's 5 total. So there we go. Now we have 15 hearts instead of 13. It's a much nicer number, I think. So I'm happy about that. Something else that I'm going to do is go ahead and make some storage drums. So this is something that, they hold fluid. I'm not sure how much the stone drum holds. I'll just make a few here. So I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually going to need more iron plates for this. I didn't realize it was going to take that many. But that's okay. But yeah, the iron drums hold 256 buckets each. So for 1 block of storage, 256 buckets, that's pretty good. The dynamic tanks from Mechanism are really good as well. But then once I can make the reinforced large drums, which are just demon lord ingots mainly, so that's not going to be too hard to make. That's 4096 buckets in 1 block of storage. So that's pretty crazy. And it does go demonically gargantuan. That's quite a bit later, I believe. Klein bottle, Osmiridium, teleportation core. Yeah, that's quite a bit later. And then there's a creative one that, of course, is completely insane to make. But 4096 buckets in 1 block for relatively cheap is going to be fine for now, I think. But yeah, so anyway, demon lording it. So that's something that I think we're going to need a fair amount, not just for the drums, but for some other stuff too. So I'm going to have, I'm going to go ahead and make as many of those as I can with what I have right now, which is going to be 30. And I'm going to make them over here in the arc furnace. And so you can see the electrodes have almost run out. So I went ahead and made some more. And I realized you can enchant them. So I went ahead and put Unbreaking 3 on all of them. So then they should last a lot longer. These didn't last quite as long as I was hoping. I guess I did use them for a lot of things. But, you know, it's fine. And then once they get fully used up, I can just replace them with these. Hopefully they'll last for quite a while. And I also have this hooked up to just automatically insert into storage, which is great. So something that we have a lot of things to do today. A lot of things to do. So one thing I want to get into is some of the Ender IO stuff over here. And I don't know how deep into the Ender IO stuff I'm going to get right now. Probably not very, but in order to get into that, I need dark steel. And there's a kind of a 3-part process there. So the first thing I need is a dark ingot. And dark ingots are made with bitumen and tar. Bitumen comes from oil shale, which I haven't been mining. And I don't think you can like excavate it or anything. So I'll have to look into the best way to do that. Whether I can like mine it with silk touch and then process it, or if just mining it with like a fortune shovel is going to be good. Not entirely sure, but what I do know is that in order to process it, I'm going to need a little bit of a processing chain. So first of all, I'm going to make a pulverizer from thermal, and I'm also going to make another fractionating still. Is that what it's called? Did I say that right? I'm not sure. Let's see here. Fractionating still. Looks right. So let me run over here to where these things are. And let me reconfigure this this whole thing a bit. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to need to melt coal in the magma crucible. And then the liquefacted coal goes into the fractionating still. And then the fractionating still gives out from the liquefacted coal. That gives you tar and naphtha. And then naphtha can go into another fractionating still to make refined fuel. Okay, and then the tar that you get out of that it'll be used to make dark steel. Bitumen, I think I have some of, but like I said, I'm going to need to get some more, but that's okay. So let's just go ahead here and reconfigure this. So like I said, so it'll be pulverizer, and then a fractionating still, and then another fractionating still, and wait, no, not pulverizer. Magma crucible, hang on. So I'm going to put the fluid transposer first, because the fluid transposer is also something that I want to put next to the magma crucible. So magma crucible, that's going to get me... Oh, no, wait. No, because this needs to be magma crucible. If I want that to output to the fluid transposer as well, because this is in like the middle of the chain. So just forget the fluid transposer for now. I can make another magma crucible if need be. Pulverize the coal into the magma crucible, into the fractionating still, into the other fractionating still that I meant to put here. And this works. And the fluid transposer, I mean, I'll just put it here for now, I guess. If I do need something, I can just run some pipes, I guess. That'll work fine though. So just go to all these configurations. So this can output on the right and auto output is on. This can output on the right and input on the left. This can input. So I'm going to want to input the liquid on the left, right? And then, wait, no, that's output. Input the liquid on the left, right? And then we can output the liquid on the right. So that's the red, and then output the solids on the back, and that'll be the bitumen. Excuse me, that works. And then this can take inputs on the left. So I think this should work. All I need to do is put coal into the pulverizer here. I think that's all it is, right? It's just coal, and then I get a bunch of products out of it. For I guess not for free, but let's just see here. I do have a lot of coal, other than what I actually have. I have a lot in ore form, which is good. And it's really easy to just start excavating when the need arises. So there's pulverized coal. That would have went straight in here. that magma crucibles down into liquefacted coal. Once I get enough of that to do the craft, that will make me some tar. And the tar looks like only 75% chance for it. I'm not sure if there's a way to increase it. No, even with the reflux column, it's not. So the reflux column, it just gives you more product, right? So still a 75% chance, but it's 200 to 150 rather than 200 to 100. So it's a nice little, assuming I'm going to be using a lot of naphtha, it's a nice little bonus. But if you look at the reflux column, it does need some dark steel and even osmiridium. So that's going to be quite a bit later before we can do that. So I'm not going to be too worried about it right now. But there's some tar for the first time, and there it goes over to the storage system. And the naphtha is becoming refined fuel. So I'm not going to, this is obviously going to back up because this has nowhere to put the refined fuel. And then, like, if this makes too much, like, I want it to keep running, but I guess it's going to be fine. I should output this sulfur in the back as well. There we go. So that's going to go straight to the storage. Any second now. There you go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to fill up with the refined fuel. We're working on fluid storage right now, so I'm not too terribly concerned. I'm not sure where I want to put all the fluid storage. I know AE2 can do fluid storage, but it just seems like such, not a waste exactly, but seems like a lot of screwing around. So let's go ahead and make our 3 iron drums. So 256 buckets each, right? Which is quite a bit. Just grab the rewards from this. RF powder, always good. RF powder, always good. Oh, I got another heart canister for free. How about that? So that's 5 now. So 6 total hearts, which is good. It only holds up to 10 of each. So it's not going to take too much longer. Once I get an actual mob farm set up, which is going to be soon. It's going to be within the next couple of episodes. I feel like I keep saying that, but it definitely will be soon. And that's, I guess you can get red hearts out of the mob farm. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. So I'm just kind of banking on that. And anyway, there's the drum. We get some polished stone and some gold, which is nice. And here's the reinforced large drum quest that we don't have done. And yeah, so some free upgrades. I just, completed these when I build the things for the machines. I think I built some of these upgrades before. I just immediately turned them into other stuff. So now we have those, and we can put those into mechanism machines, but I'm not sure at this point what I would want to put them in. So I won't worry too much about it. But anyway, so for the rest of this episode, not the rest, I guess, because it's still relatively early, but let's just get on with this. So how much char do we have already? 8 already. That's quite a bit. So 75% chance. I think it's 1-to-1, right? So 1 coal's worth of liquefacted coal is 1 craft. So, I guess that's not true. Let me look at that. So fractionating still. So 200 millibuckets of liquefacted coal. 100. Okay, so it's 2-to-1. So 1 stack on average. 2 stacks. No, 1. Okay. 1 stack of coal will yield on average 24 tar. I think that math works out. I think it does. But let's go ahead and make what we can of this. So it's just going to be 8. But this is going to be our first dark ingots, not dark steel, importantly. How did that... Oh, okay. It was just inventory lag. Well, there's our dark ingots. Beat psychic types. Anybody get that awesome video game reference? Then we get a tank full of smoldering tar, which is pretty nice. So let me just see. What exactly do we use smoldering tar for? Smoldering. So smoldering tar, you can inject it into slime balls to make tar. That's pretty cool. Is that the only thing it's used for? That's a pretty good renewable way of getting this tar stuff, I have to say. Yeah, because the slime balls are really easy to come by, generally speaking. And then you have this. Yeah, and then if you look over here, at the corner of this area I have dug out, there's a smoldering tar pit. And they're just kind of around the world, so that's pretty good. So this is pretty much just used to make that tar, which is I imagine mainly going to be used by us at this point to make dark steel. So very cool. Let me go ahead then and actually just set up a quick little fluid transposer setup for that. So I would want, I think I need some more item ducts, and I'll just get some slime balls just to toss in there. So I set up the fluid transposer right here, so which is going to be fine as long as I throw another one of those there. And then I want you to input on the top and output your item on the back. Yes. And that can go there. Why are there 3 slots? So this is item input. This is the item output. But then what's this? Maybe this like moves over once. I don't know. But I should be able to throw this on top now. And then just open up the bottom. Right. Where is my tool? It's taking me way too long to find this. Give me a second here. Oh, wait. No, it's just right there in my inventory. Okay. Yes. Okay. There, it's draining in. Good. Exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah, and it does just pull one over. Okay, cool. So that's going to make a little bit slowly, but that's fine. And then how much of that does it take? 200 millibuckets. It's not bad. So each bucket gives you 5 tar for 1 slime ball. Or for 5 slime balls, rather. But that's not bad at all. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. And that, again, should shove out the back just as soon as it decides to here. Not altogether too concerned about it. There it goes. So the tar is going to start rolling in. What I am worried about is the bitumen. So if we take a look at bitumen. So this is not in the cards right now. The oil shale is like the most normal way to get it, right? So average drops with Fortune 3, 2.5. So Silk Touch is going to be the way to go, I think, because we can pulverize that to get 3. And then what is the difference between these two things? Is this clathrate oil? Oh, it's shale versus sand. Okay. So the sand is going to get us tar and the shale is going to get us flint. Well, I mean, I would rather the tar, of course, but 3 bitumen either way is definitely what we want. So the pulverizer is going to be the way to go. With the tectonic initiator, we could get more bitumen and we also get a bit of petroleum, which that's just going to be used for... Oh, wait, does it... Oh, that's an input. That's an input, so we need that. And we have to melt petroleum dust. Yeah, that's not really worth it, I don't think, at this point. Probably can't even make this yet. Yeah, okay. So I won't worry about that. But that is going to have to be the way to get bitumen. So I'll have to go collect some oil sand and or shale. But for now, I think this is going to be fine. So I'll go ahead and make some more dark ingots before looking at the next step of this process in just a moment. Okay. So that's a dark ingot. And the next thing is the energized dark ingot. So that's going to be refined fuel used in the fractionating still. So this is the naphtha thing I was talking about. So refined fuel bucket, refined fuel, that comes from naphtha. We are just currently making it, right? How much are we making? We have 2 buckets right now. Not fantastic. This needs to come over so the sulfur can come out. You know, it's not great. Is this still working on the coal? No, everything's all done here. So we got, from a stack of coal, you get 2,100 millibuckets. That's not great, but it's not awful, I guess. I won't complain too much. But let me just take that for now. I need a better, I need to figure out where I'm going to put my fluid storage is what I need to do. But for now, this is fine. Because I'm just kind of rushing these crafts. Just so I can get the quests out of the way. We got some more naphtha, I believe this is. Yep. And I'll just go ahead right now. And stick that on there. And the top is going to be fluid input. And then you open up. Or no, I made it fluid output. My bad. There you go. So you're going to use that up to make as much refined fuel as you can, which is good. And then we can make energized dark ingots. So I don't think these on their own are used for too much. I guess they're used for a couple things here. But they're not used for too much. its main use for us, I think, is going to be to make dark steel. So that's just this regular steel and refined obsidian. Right, and then we can get right into that. And there are some Ender IO machines, right? You make like the simple machine chassis. And then, yeah, so you get the grains of infinity from burning bedrock. We're going to have to find a way to automate that. But for now, let's just make 8 of these. Steel, 7, 8. And then refined obsidian. The refined obsidian, so each of these takes a diamond. Or no, every 8 takes a diamond if you use the, enrichment chamber setup. Which is not that bad, right? But let's go ahead. Or no, these are going to want to go over here, I think. Not really sure why that matters so much. So these do take a while. Not too much power, though. And speaking of power, let's just go have a check on it. Running the excavator for as long as I did pretty much used up my diesel reserves. But it's nice and back up now. So I got about half of this tank. This tank holds like, is that 100 buckets or something like that? So not bad at all. And then this is full, of course, because the diesel's not running. Yeah, I did end up, I forget if I mentioned this already, but I did end up running this redstone over because otherwise the diesel would never back up, which means like this is a buffer. Like this diesel sitting here and eventually once that backs up and you get these drawers filling up, like that's essentially just power sitting in reserves, right? So you know, you want a backup there. I know I said you didn't want it, but you definitely do want it. That was just me being kind of stupid. But not to worry right now. The dark steel is running through the pipes, and that's very exciting. So then once we get into the dark steel, we do actually need to finish out this entire quest line out to this in order to start on Chapter 11, and then it's a fair ways into Chapter 11 that we get up to this builder, but that's really what we're working towards as a reminder here. This, I forget what it's called. Don't think of its ingredients. That is going to get us to the deep dark, which is kind of exciting as well. So some of the things that we're after right now, deep dark is definitely one of them. The typesetting table is going to be pretty big. And right now the only thing that we don't have is that item I was just talking about, the crystalline brown slime. Yeah, so I don't even know what this stuff is right now. I don't know how to make it, but it's going to take industrial foregoing stuff, I suppose. That makes enough sense for me. Now I wonder, do I have enough Demon Lord ingots to make one of these really big drums? And if I do, what do I want to put in the drum? Because I don't really know what liquid I could even want that much of right now. Like, I assume the refined fuel is going to be something you get a lot of use out of. I mean, refined fuel definitely sounds like something that is going to be really useful, but there's the quest in any case. Better fuel storage. Get 8 Demon Lord ingots back. Very good. The dark ineffable glass here, and just the regular ineffable glass. This is what I was talking about with the glass that you can move through and mobs can't. So I think there was another type of glass that I thought did a similar thing, but I guess it doesn't. Maybe it was ethereal glass is what I thought it was. Is that not what that does? Okay, yeah, the wiki just says it's similar to ineffable glass, but cheaper. So I don't know. I guess ineffable glass is nicer as well. But it's not cheaper. It's just kind of the same. I guess thickened glass is technically more expensive. No, it's going to be the same because yeah. I mean, it's a little bit more of a hassle, I guess, but pretty much the same to make. So it's just up to you. Whichever looks better, I suppose. But anyway, I think I've stalled long enough. The dark steel should be over here. Super exciting. Dark steel, a big crafting component. Going to be going forward. The pack maker's favorite ingot. Good to know. Let me just put away some of this dust in my inventory here. So there's our first bit of dark steel, the first of many. So this is going to be something that is going to be... Both of these rewards kind of suck. that's going to be something we need to automate for sure. And as far as like actual automation goes, like autonomous automation, you know what I mean? Like not just like, oh, put a stack of stuff in here and wait for it, like just completely automatic start to finish. I'm not great at that kind of thing, but I think I'm going to have to learn, because the amount of stuff that you actually need for this mod pack is a pretty insane amount. So I'm going to have to build some kind of system to automate the dark steel. Just even if just you have a beginning where it's like throw the components in a hopper and then wait, and then you get the final thing out at the end, that would be fine. But for now, let's go ahead and make a mithril ingot as well, which I believe we can do. So have a look at the arc furnace. That's going to be mana dust, demon lord, and platinum. And I should have quite a bit of all those things. Well, I mean, not a lot, but the demon lord I have on me already. But yeah. And no. There we go. Okay, so very cool. I'm excited for these to run out so I can put my brand new shiny ones in. But it should be pretty soon here anyway. So let's grab the mithril out. The rest of it can go through the pipes, that's fine. And 16 diamond or 32 glowstone, easiest choice of my life. But yeah, mithril, another pretty big crafting component, I think. Still nothing we can actually get into in the later quests, but that's quite okay. Because mithril, I think in packs I've played before, mithril comes after Botania, but I guess the progression is just very different here. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, we've made pretty significant progress here. And I'm at the point where I don't know what would be better. Like, there's a lot of things that are open, right? There's a lot of things that are open. This wants all 4 of the upgrade kits, which is not going to be possible until way, way later, I think. Like black iron, dark solarium. Solarium itself, what even is that? Soul powder. I guess probably not that. Arc furnace. Oh, wait. This is easy. Hang on. Maybe I can make these upgrades now. What is the elevadium ingot? Oh, no. No, you need actually addition stuff, so I'm not going to be getting into that yet. The hardened one is not too bad. Mithril gear, a little bit annoying to make, but not that bad. Fluxed electrum, not that bad to make. But I'm not going to worry about the upgrades and whatnot right now. I think what I really need to do in the very near future is get further along into the Ender IO stuff and work towards this. I think I just need to make a mob farm sometime very soon. Like, I see there's a bunch of stuff here for mob farming from mob grinding utilities, right? So the mob masher, I have no idea how this works, but I think I want to make one and find out. And the drop of evil is going to be you use it to spawn enemies. I think I need to get some more necrotic bones from withers, but other than that, it's going to be pretty easy to make. I think you can just set up a mob farm. I'll put it somewhere here, maybe down by the water there. But yeah, that'll I want to say that'll all be next time because I just said a lot of stuff, but some of that will be next time because we are pretty much out of time today. But some good progress was made. I'm happy with that. And yeah, really what we need is more infrastructure, and that's like kind of the hard part of these packs, I think. But we'll get through it. We'll figure something out. But for now, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.